Raised and let off. The specialist group handicap hurdle kickstarts day 3, 22 over 2 miles and 9 flights. First to show in front is Battle of Ridgeway. Close up Bowen on the outside of turn and finish as they link up with their first flight. Running in fourth on the stripes, Magic Day, the 6-day winner, and in by the rail is Putapoundinthejar, then Hattie's Legacy, Raydamann and Boston Boy in Cap Quest and Apologise next. They're followed by Semblance of Order. After them is the top weight, the other Mozzie, and then Gold Speed, who's racing on the outside of Cappuccino as they go uphill to flight number 2. There's a change of leader as Bayran goes on by 3 lengths to Battle of Ridgeway. Then the nose banded turn and finish. Magic Day meets the flight in 4s and then Putapoundinthejar. Far from fluent there was the other Mozzie as they make the bend to flight number 3. Bayran in front of Battle of Ridgeway, joined for second by turn and finish. Then Magic Day and Hattie's Legacy and Putapoundinthejar. Raydamann is next. And then Boston Boy, Sergeant Lightfoot and Cap Quest. And jumping off to the left was Apologise, followed by Mountain Port as they make the downhill run to the next flight. It is Bayran leading by over 3 lengths to Battle of Ridgeway and turn and finish, and then Hattie's Legacy and Magic Day. Raydamann is next and Boston Boy. Putapoundinthejar next, being followed at the bend by Sergeant Lightfoot. And then Cap Quest, Apologise, Cappuccino and the other Mozzie in Semblance of Order, and then comes Mercury Mission, who's on a hat-trick. And towards the inside is Mountain Port. Then Salisbury Hill as they get over the next of their flights, and it is Bayran with a greatly reduced advantage, rejoined by Battle of Ridgeway as they turn towards the far side. 2 lengths to turn and finish, being followed by Magic Day, Hattie's Legacy, Raydamann and Boston Boy in Cap Quest, and then Putapoundinthejar and Sergeant Lightfoot and Apologise. The other Mozzie and Mercury Mission and Cappuccino is next. Then Mountain Port and Ballycashin and Salisbury Hill and Semblance of Order inside from above. Jane's Harbour, Gold Speed and Callio's Son heading down the back straight towards the next of 2. And it is Bayran re-establishing an advantage over Battle of Ridgeway and then turn and finish. And Magic Day, very little is changed up front as they jump the next flight, bring them towards the halfway stage. Behind the leading quartet, Putapoundinthejar on the inside of Hattie's Legacy and Raydamann right with them, followed by Apologise and then Cap Quest, the other Mozzie and Boston Boy, and then Sergeant Lightfoot. Last in the back straight, up and over by 2 lengths is Bayran, followed by Battle of Ridgeway. Magic Day joins turn and finish for 3rd, and then Putapoundinthejar and Hattie's Legacy, followed by Raydamann, and then Cap Quest and Sergeant Lightfoot, and then Boston Boy and the other Mozzie, followed then by Ballycash and Apologise, Mercury Mission next on the inside, Mountain Port, then Cappuccino and Salisbury Hill. Jane's Harbour still well back, then Gold Speed, Semblance of Order. Sign from above, Callio's Son has always been last. They turn towards the 3rd last flight. The specialist group handicap hurdle. It is Bayran, reeled back in by Battle of Ridgeway. A mistake there on the inside by Sergeant Lightfoot as they head for 2 out. And Battle of Ridgeway has gone back into the lead, followed by Bayran, Magic Day, being followed by a closing up Hattie's Legacy, and then Putapoundinthejar and turn and finishes drop back. Raydamann is closing. They're running round the home turn, and it is Battle of Ridgeway and Lee McKenna shifting on by 2 lengths to Bayran, being followed by Raydamann coming from a long way back. Salisbury Hill on the outside of Hattie's Legacy, and then Putapoundinthejar and Boston Boy. Fading out of it is Magic Day as they begin the run of the final flight, and it is Battle of Ridgeway kicking further clear from Bayran, and then comes Raydamann. Down the outside is Putapoundinthejar, then Salisbury Hill, Hattie's Legacy and Boston Boy and Sergeant Lightfoot and the other Mozzie. The final flight's coming up for Battle of Ridgeway, over from Putapoundinthejar, who's starting to bridge the gap. These two will settle down now to fight it out, and it's Battle of Ridgeway about to be coloured by Putapoundinthejar and new British champion Sean Byrne. It is Putapoundinthejar who lines it from Battle of Ridgeway, well cleared of Raydamann and never near to Jane's Harbour.
Well, what a few days this man has had. Crown champion jockey at Sandown on Saturday. He won the Bet365 Gold Cup on the card for good measure. Resplendent Grey. Then he headed off on a stag do for a couple of days, and Ruby, now he's come back and he's bagged the winner here at the Punchestown Festival.
He rides even shorter than Franberry, but incredible. But Gary, from the stonewall, as I would call it, the turnout at the back to the second last hurdles for Sean Bowen wins this race. He was always in a good position, but when they started to go and chase the ones in front, this was the fella who didn't. He stayed where he was. He's in a really good position there down the inside in 4th, 5th. But watch
Exactly what you were talking about before.
Yeah, exactly. His tactical awareness and his judges of pace over the last 12 months has become instinctive. He doesn't go and chase them in front. He lets them all up past him. He's rolling away, but he's not panicking. He lets everyone else commit. Salisbury Hill comes down. He's outside here in the blue and maroon. Look where he's drift back and back on the bridle. Like, he knows where the winning post is. His judgment of tactics has become so good, and that's what's separating him from a lot of people at the moment. Switches out off the bend. The one in front is gone, but no, Sean Bowen knows the winning post is at the end of the straight, not anywhere before that. And a brilliantly judged ride from a man who has just, his clock is working incredibly. You're talking about fractions and speed and how to ride a racehorse. This fella is nailing it time and time again.
Absolutely right, and it was a heroic effort from Battle of Ridgeway in second. Look how far clear the two of them have pulled of the remainder. I'll put a pound in the jar. Unexposed coming into this handicap debut.